Hey everyone, welcome back to Soft Matters, the best place to be when life gets hard. My name is Emilie, and my life got pretty rocky and hard over the last few days, actually. So I woke up feeling super tender, very emotional. And I felt like doing something very soft and gentle, but also sensual, so that I can like connect back to my body and with my own softness and my own sensuality, which is like, for me, it's also a way of moving through the world, to be able to move using your senses, enjoying your senses, honoring your senses, and like being inside this amazing body instead of in the head that is making stories and that's trying to grasp what's actually going on and what's the real story and what is true and what isn't, and all of those stories. I really feel the need to drop back into what do I feel, how does my body feel, connecting to my body, and also maybe opening up pockets of, I don't know, tension or sadness or harshness or anything that I'm holding on to and that I feel I'm ready to let go of. So if you feel like softness, tenderness, being with yourselfness, and feeling your own sensuality and finding a flow in that, then this sensual yoga dance is for you. Please remember that if you like this video, press like, subscribe. That's the way that I can continue making videos. Or drop a comment down below. I'm always super curious to know what it's like for you. Okay. Let's dive right in. All right, let's find our ways into a child's pose. We're gonna start the practice very slow, very gentle. And first of all, connecting with ourselves, connecting with our bodies, connecting with our breath, and really feeling the fact that we're alive. You're alive, you're inside this body, or this body is inside of you, however way you want to see it. And you are breathing. And breathing means life. And as you breathe, you can feel that your belly expands, and as you inhale, you grow, and as you exhale, you sink a little deeper into the soil, to the ground beneath you. And this sensuality that I'm going to invite you to explore is all about being present in your body. It's about feeling the sensations, the little corners, feeling your senses, and really exploring what it's like to be inside your body today. And also, how does your body want to move today? What feels nice? What doesn't feel nice? What is it asking from you? And can you respond? Can you give it to your body? So this sensual yoga dance is going to be a practice about touching yourself from the outside, but also from the inside. Touching yourself with your breath, with your presence, and touching yourself with your own love that you have for yourself. So take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't resonate, and let's start moving. Very gently on a breath in, I'm going to bring my upper body up and lift my glutes off of my heels more and more. And on an exhale, I'm going to fall back. And this is a movement that you can entirely make your own. So the container is you come from a child's pose all the way into a baby cobra, if that's what you feel, coming onto your belly. And you just use your breath with every move you make. You breathe in and you open and you rise, and with an exhale you sink and you maybe lower your body to the floor, to your glutes, or whichever way you see fit. So the practice of sensuality really for me is the practice of feeling and of presence with feeling and with sensations. So invite yourself into this dance with your body and your own breath. How can you make this into a dance that really feels nice? You're breathing, and with every breath you take, you're moving. And as you breathe and as you move, you are feeling into your body what is going on, how does it want to move. Maybe you find stillness. Maybe you find motion. Maybe you find nothing at all. Maybe you find resistance. Maybe you find frustration. Whatever comes up, allow for your body to express it. Don't try to overthink it. Don't try to control. Stay present. Breathe in and exhale. Release. I'm now making my way onto my belly. You can join me if that feels nice. And I'm opening up my chest now. So I'm in a upward dog, or maybe a baby cobra is for you, is already enough. And then I'm going to make my way onto my glutes. So I'm going to be sitting on my heels. And I'm going to use my breath now, opening up and reaching for the sky and closing as I exhale and hugging myself. And I'm stroking myself as well. You can do the same. You can open up on an inhale, reaching and creating space, and on an exhale, wrap your arms around yourself and come into that intimacy with yourself. And you can stay there if that's what you feel. And otherwise, you just continue to follow your breath. As you breathe in, you open and you reach. And as you exhale, you find your own intimacy. And make it into a dance. How would you want to move if you know nobody's watching you? And you can be really loving and soft and gentle with yourself. Breathe in. Create space. Maybe you like to stroke yourself on the back or maybe the chest, and exhale, coming back into that hug with yourself. Feel free to always come back to child's pose or any kind of position or movement that you feel is what you need right now. And just use this as an exploration. Maybe the glutes come off of the heels and you grow bigger and bigger. And maybe you're just really caught up in your dance and you know exactly what you're doing. Or not. But you're just enjoying. Use your hands, use your arms to create space and to give that love to yourself, to your body. Stroke your legs, caress yourself. Use the breath for opening, maybe now circle movements or rounds or whatever you feel like. Just follow the flow of your breath in whichever way your body wants to move while you're giving it all the love that you have inside of you. Breathing in, expanding, opening, exhaling, coming back to yourself. Maybe you like to use sound, maybe you like to use your breath even deeper, and maybe none of this is for you and you are finding it really hard to stay with the practice. Can you simply observe without judgment? Can you observe? And can you stay loving and patient? If you like a deeper opening, you can interlace the hands behind the back and open up that chest even more. Or if you feel like bringing in the water, as my teacher would always say, and you can place your hands on your hips and start rolling around with that pelvic floor of yours. Roll it open, swirl it around, and you can exaggerate the movements or you can make them really small and slow. Just explore your own sensuality, your own sensuousness, your own body. We're gonna bring this dance to an end. Slowly, gently. Take whatever else you need, whatever else you want. And then I'm slowly gonna make my way onto my belly. Take your time, take all the movements that you want. Even out the rounds, the circles, the whatever it needs. Still take it. And then we're gonna meet on our bellies. And that's where we're gonna very gently first connect to the floor, and then with the hands underneath the shoulders, we're gonna lift up the chest just very gently for baby cobras. And you can do this the same way with the breath, breathing in, opening, lifting, and exhaling, dropping onto the floor. And then you can play around with where you place your hands, and maybe even whether you place your hands. You can keep them off the floor to challenge yourself a little bit, or you can widen your stance a lot and really bring that chest up even wider and higher. Or you can interlace the hands behind the back and lift everything up off of the floor and go for a little bit of strength and heat challenge. Always remember to breathe, whatever you're doing. You're using your breath. And as you release, you can come back onto the floor with your entire body, maybe even giving it a little rest, allowing everything to sink onto the floor, maybe swaying the hips a little side to side. And let all the tension that maybe arised, let it seep into the floor. Mother Earth can take it. She makes flowers out of your tensions and contractions. And then we're going to make our way into downward facing dog. If that's too much for you, you go back into child's pose. If you're loving it, then I'm going to meet you in the dog. Very gentle, very soft, pedaling it out, and just being curious about the sensations that this posture is bringing. No need to judge, no need to want anything else from your body than what it is right now and how it's showing up for you right now. So find that compassion for yourself, find that curiousness of the observer. And when you're ready, then we're gonna come into three-legged dog, lifting the right leg off the floor, bending at the knee, and then we're gonna make some circles with that knee. So you want to open up that right hip and take it one side and the other side, and just, it might be clunky or sticky or maybe even very challenging. Just notice it. Notice it as we're exploring different parts of our bodies, different ways of moving. Everything is welcome and everything is exactly as it should be. All right, we're placing that right foot in between the hands on the front of the mat. We're coming into a low lunge. And again, it might be a hard position for you right now. Take any other variation that works for you. And otherwise, let's just explore. Let's just explore what it's like to be in this position. Feeling your leg, feeling your hip opening, feeling that right hip and then left hip flexor. And then here again, I invite you to just explore what range of motion do you have? What movements can you make? How does your body want to express itself right now? Can you listen to your body? Can you give your body the reins instead of your mind? See whether you can maybe reach that right arm up and open to the side. And maybe you don't. Maybe you're just here in that low lunge, really frustrated about all the sensations that it's bringing up for you. Whatever is happening, trust that it's right, exactly right for you right now. And send some love. Challenging pose makes us grow. How can you stay with it? And how do you want to play with it? Maybe you want to come up, lift the upper body, and maybe reach the arms towards the sky, or maybe interlace the hands behind the back again, opening your chest up front. Maybe you love a little flow, waving with your breath as you breathe in, opening up, reaching, and as you exhale, maybe finding a side stretch, clasping that left wrist with your right hand, opening up that side, or maybe even bringing that right hand behind and opening up in a little gentle twist. Be curious, explore, play around, make it a dance. You are the dancer. And every little movement that you can make is your vocabulary. So how do you want to speak? How do you want to show up for your body? How do you want to communicate with the world what is going on inside of you? And how can you express as authentically and honestly what is actually going on inside? And how does it feel to actually express all of this? Be curious. Maybe come into a half splits, straightening out the front leg and checking out those right hammies. They're probably tight. They always are in my case. And find your breath again. On an inhale, you open. On an exhale, you drop, you sink. Maybe you keep the left hand on the floor, opening the right hand towards the sky. Maybe you reach that right hand to the outside of the right foot, increasing the stretch. Maybe you're still in your low lunge. Whatever it is you're doing great. You're showing up. I see you. You're doing amazing. Now let's curl the back toes under and come into our easy twist. Placing the left hand on the floor, right hand reaches for the sky. Check that out for a moment. And then we're going to come into our Skandasana. So the left heel comes to the floor and we're going to bend that left knee and straighten out the right leg. And you can go one way, then the other. Make it a dance again. Maybe you try to not use your hands as you're coming off from one foot to the other. Maybe that's not a game for you today. Just again, explore, feel what's going on there. And then when you had enough, let's meet in Warrior 2. And Reverse Warrior. Opening up. Let's take a little flow here. Side angle. Right elbow comes to right knee. Left hand reaches over the head. And then let's take our vinyasa. The right foot comes to the back of the mat. Maybe you like to take a one-legged chaturanga. Maybe you don't. Upward facing dog. And then meeting each other all the way into our downward facing dog. Pedal it out, feel what's going on, and just breathe through it, because we're moving to the next side. Left leg reaches towards the sky, bending at the knee, and then finding those circles of the knee again, opening up the left hip now. Mind you, this might feel very different to the other hip, but just be curious. There is nothing wrong, there is nothing right. Everything is just the way it is. So continue your exploration until you feel it's time to put that left foot in between the hands and the front of the mat. No rush, nowhere to be, nothing to prove, just a genuine meeting of you and your body. So the left foot is now at the front of the mat in between the hands. You're in a low lunge. And maybe the left foot is not in between the hands, but the outside of the left hand. Take a stance, the width that responds to your needs today, and explore. Maybe you'd like to have the sole of the left foot come off the floor a little, maybe pushing into the knee, deepening that stretch in that left hip. Or maybe you're focusing on that right hip flexor. Mine is always super sore, so I like to sink a little into that right hip flexor and see what's going on there. Or maybe again, you're doing that dance. The right hand is on the floor and the left hand reaches forward, up and back. And just exploring the range of motion, exploring whatever is wanting to be felt, seen, heard. Just listen to your body. It knows what it wants. And we're here to give it exactly that. Maybe you're on your elbows onto the floor in a very deep, deep, deep low lunge. Or maybe you're already starting to straighten out that front left leg, coming into that half splits, to check out what the hamstrings on the left leg are telling you today. Maybe you're moving in between the both of them, going forward on an inhale and coming back on an exhale. Whatever the dance is that you're having, follow your breath. Enjoy. I'm placing my right hand on the floor here, reaching with my left hand towards the sky. Still in the half splits. But you can do the same when you're in a low lunge. And as you're preparing for that easy twist that we're going to take as we curl the right back toes under, we're coming off of the floor. But maybe that's not for you right now. Whatever it is, take it. Maybe you're just breathing through and finding stillness is your buddy today. Trust your intuition. Trust your body. Coming into that easy twist now. So I got my back toes curled under, right hand on the floor, left hand reaches for the sky. Rolling out my wrist a little. And then I'm doing that Skandasana motion again on the other side. So from one side to the other. Bending the right leg. Left leg is stretched out. The left foot is flexed. The foot of the straight leg is flexed to deepen that stretch. Oof. And again here, make it a dance. Go one side to the other. Or maybe you like to stay on one side and deepen that sensation. Maybe even reaching for the sky. Whatever motion, dance, sensation you want, give it to yourself. Sensuality is all about the presence of you with your senses. And that's it. That's what we're doing. All right, I'm going to meet you in a warrior 2. And then we're going to go for that reverse warrior, reaching the hand forward and over. And then side angle. Left elbow on left knee. Right hand reaches overhead. Chest is open towards the sky. And then bringing it all back down to the floor. Coming into Chaturanga. Maybe a one-legged Chaturanga. Maybe not. Take it slow, maybe fast. Feeling your strength. Opening up in an upward dog and meeting all of us in a downward facing dog. You're doing amazing. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm giving it a little shake here. You can do the same. Just shake out the legs, shake out the booty. Or maybe just a gentle pedal is enough for you. Whatever you need. And then very gently, we're going to step our way to the front of the mat. And let it all sink into a forward fold. And again, in the forward fold, you can just clasp your elbows and let it all hang. Have the knees bent generously. Or maybe you like to pedal again and find some deepening in that stretch in the back of the legs. Just your dance, babe. You enjoy. Take what you need. And then very gently and slowly roll yourself up to standing. Bring the arms together with it, reaching to the sky. And inhale and exhale, hands in front of you in Namaste. And then that's the end of all of that. I'm gonna shake it off, jump it off a little. I need some proper releasing still, because I love the gentle containers, but then I also need some I need some power, I need some shedding, I need some releasing. So if you feel the same, you can stroke your limbs and your chest and your back and shed the energy. Maybe you like a shake, maybe you like a tap, maybe a little whatever it is that you need, take it. And then I'm taking a wide stance here to feel my power, to really feel the ground. One hand is on my belly, one on the heart. Petting myself, and then taking that starfish pose, reaching my arms sideways and up, and really feeling my power. And inhale, you reach, and on an exhale, you drop everything down to the floor. Inhale, you reach, you open. Exhale, let it all out to the floor. One more time. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, let it all out, let it all go. Coming back up and really give yourself some love as you heel toe the feet back in. Hug yourself, touch yourself, give yourself some love. Feel your own softness, feel your own body, hold yourself. And thank yourself. How amazing has this intimacy with yourself been? How amazing that you showed up for yourself. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you are here with me today. If you like this, please like and subscribe and drop a comment down below to let me know how things were for you so I can make more stuff like this. If that's what you like. If you don't, no worries. There's a lot more here. You can keep on browsing, and I'd love to see you again on the mat. Thank you so much for practicing with me, for your trust. And remember, when life gets hard, stay soft.